This omelet looks delicious. I just wish I could take credit for it.
Oh, you tried.
This is good. Yeah, but I burned the eggs and you had to make this all from scratch, so I feel really bad about that.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that BLT you made me right before I went to prison when I almost died.
Oh, that BLT? Yeah, I think I have a theme going on here. Special occasion meals are a disaster.
Well, I'm not complaining.
Well, that's good, because there's nothing to complain about, because you're out of jail. I never thought I'd be thanking Claire Walsh, but I'm definitely thanking her now.
Oh, yeah, just... I promised you I would take you somewhere when I got out, remember?
I do remember. Well, where shall we go?
Go anywhere that you want.
Good. I'm thinking... white sandy beaches. Clear blue water. Just beautiful. Sunshine. Maybe.
Police, open up.
Please, what's this about?
Jason Morgan, where were you last night?
Why?
A property owned by John Zakar was torched. You're the prime suspect.
I got nothing to say to you without my attorney.
All right, in that case, we'll take you down to the PCPD for questioning.
Wait a minute. There's no way that Jason could have blown up one of Johnny Zakar's warehouses. He was here with me all night.
Look, you're not exactly a credible witness, okay? Out of prison 24 hours, you're already causing mayhem. You don't waste any time, do you, Morgan?
You know perfectly well Jason didn't do this.
Look, he's the obvious suspect. Sonny got his enforcer back, told him to retaliate, and hey, the fireworks go off. All right, I told Claire Walsh that she was a fool to engineer your release, and the sooner we get you back to Pentonville, the better.
Wait a minute. Has it even occurred to you that Santos Lopez might have been the one to blow up the warehouse? Johnny's the one who's under investigation for the murder of his brother. It makes sense that he'd be the one to retaliate.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, we got our guy, okay? Cuff him. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you at interrogation time in court.
Sonny! Sonny? Hey. Okay, Jason got dragged in for questioning by Detective Domestico. Apparently one of Johnny Zagar's warehouses were torched last night, and he's the prime suspect.
Did you call Diane?
I did, yeah. She's on her way down to the PCPD right now, but I just need to know if you're the one who put the hit
Absolutely
out on her.
not. It
Okay.
had to be Santos Lopez.
All right. Okay, good. I figured that.
Cops are just blowing smoke. They're upset because Jason's out of prison. I'm sure Diane can get this thrown out of court for lack of evidence.
Okay, Ronnie just hates Jason so much, and I'm sure that he just wants to see him back in prison again.
You know, I have to applaud your work ethic. The first night out of prison, you're already back on the job, burning down a building.
Yeah, like I said, I don't have anything to say to you without my attorney.
Look, Claire Walsh left a loophole in the plea bargain, okay? But sure enough, Sonny comes along, works his magic on her, and abracadabra, you're free. What is it with this Sonny guy? No, seriously, what is he like? What is he, the Pied Piper? The guy marches into hell and everybody follows him. But I tell you, his charisma is lost on me, okay? And it won't be enough to save you twice, Morgan. You've been getting away with murder way too long, and that's over now. Okay, that's why you're on the next bus to Pentonville.
What are you doing here?
Well, I think that Michael knows more than he's saying about the drive-by that nearly took Johnny Zakara's life.
No, Michael doesn't know anything.
What makes you so sure?
You want me, right? You come and get me. You leave Michael out of this.
Look, Detective Falconeri claims that you came to the scene after the shooting, all right, to give him a cell phone. But a witness said she saw a big blonde kid. So I'm having trouble with the discrepancy. Will you clear it up for me?
Don't say anything.
Don't listen to him. He's making you look guilty. Don't forget this is the same guy that told you to cover up Claudia's murder, and you see where that got me. All right. Come on, Michael. You know how this works, right? The truth's gonna come out sooner or later. But if you just come clean right now, I'll tell the judge that you cooperated and that'll really look good for you.
You're right. I'm not gonna cover up anything anymore.
Oh, that's good. Okay, all right, so tell me what happened. Now, were you with Johnny Zakara during the shooting?
I'm not saying anything without my lawyer.
What is he, a parrot? What is wrong with you? You're teaching this kid to be a criminal.
Detective Domestico, is the DA aware that you are questioning not one but two of my clients without benefit of counsel?
Both your clients are suspects.
Who are innocent until proven guilty and retain certain rights under the law, no matter how inconvenient that might be for reactionary law enforcement types like you.
He's just using Michael to get to me. Get Michael released and get him suspended.
Probable cause to take Michael off of his court-appointed work on the county roads.
Michael was seen with John Zakar at the drive-by shooting.
The witness made some vague mention of a big blonde kid, which she later recanted. Both victims of the shooting, John Zakara and Ethan Lovett, said in their statements that Michael did not arrive on the scene until after Detective Falconeri had already gotten there. Your actions are not just prejudicial, they're criminal.
Michael did a great job. Ronnie tried to rattle him, he kept his cool, and he demanded to see his lawyer.
Cool.
Jason tried standing up for me, but that just pissed off Ronnie more. Look, Jason, you don't have to protect me every single minute.
You are free to go.
Oh, wait a minute. What about Jason?
The police have the right to hold Jason for questioning, legally. They may actually be able to hold you the full 48 hours.
You didn't even do anything.
Wait a minute. He asked for his lawyer to be here. You're here. Now, why don't they question him?
They could if they wanted to, but Detective Domestico wants to drag this all out as long as legally possible.
You know, Ronnie doesn't even care that Santos is the one that did this. He wants to frame Jason.
I've been in prison. Tensions have been steadily escalating between Sonny and Johnny. Now, to the best of your knowledge, and hypothetically speaking, of course, could Sonny have had anything to do with the fire in Johnny's warehouse?
Sonny told me he was backing off Johnny.
Yeah, well, there is frequently a disconnect between what Sonny says and what he actually does.
But when Michael almost got shot in the drive-by, Sonny said he wanted to make peace.
Unfortunately, Ronnie Domestico wants to pin the fire on you.
Sam was in the squad room when Michael was released. When did she leave?
Spinelli, I am so glad that you're here.
Might Jack PI inquire as to why his detecting partner is garbed in black and armed with both a gun and a knife?
Yeah, listen, the Lopez brothers have a warehouse near Pier 23. I need you to check up on the schematics.
Can I ask why?
Ronnie's trying to blackmail Jason, and I need to prove that he's innocent.
Unless she's come up with a plan to get me out of here.
As unsettling a question as this may be, what do you think Sam might do?
Whatever it takes to prove that I did not torch Johnny's warehouse and Santos Lopez did. These guys are dangerous. I gotta stop her.
Yeah, well, Detective Domestico. And what did you ever do to him, by the way? Because he's got the right to hold...
I know he has the
48
right.
Jason, I'm sorry. Sam's on her own.
I don't care what it takes. I'll do anything.
But we need to be sure.
My brother is dead. That I am sure of. And I will get my vengeance. The bastard who killed Tomas is going to pay. And so will anyone else who gets in my way.
Someone's here.
The best I can discern from Mr. Grasshopper is that he gave Sam a floor plan of a warehouse owned by the Lopez family, and then he mentioned sidearms, and then there was some sort of mention of a dagger.
Can you just get me out of here
I am
now?
doing the very best that I can, but
Hey, Mr. Morgan. I hope you're comfortable, because your super lawyer is not going to get you released early.
Well, Detective Domestico, may I please see the evidence that connects my client to the crime in question? Because surely you have some.
Well, it is amazing what you can find when you try hard.
My. Is it just me, or did the good detective here just threaten to falsify evidence? Thank you so much, Judge Benton. That's just perfect. No, next time the martinis are on me, I can assure you. Judge Benton is willing to hear my petition for your early release based on lack of evidence.
Don't bother, I've just been called in to oppose.
Well, at least I get paid well for wasting my time. You are aware that there is not one shred of evidence that connects my client to this crime.
Tell me she's wrong.
We got 48 hours to come up with something.
Can you say harassment? Can you say wrongful arrest?
You'll excuse us.
Certainly. There are no grounds for this arrest. My client isn't being questioned. He hasn't even been charged. He was sitting in the privacy of his own home eating breakfast, for Pete's sakes. You know that this is a violation of his rights. You can override the authority of a local detective, and I suggest that you do that because actually I have to get to a sale.
My reputation is already ripped to shreds. I got Morgan out of Pentonville, and that's the last favor I can afford for him or his boss.
Go collect the drop-off. I got business. Yeah, it was me. Who do you think? Nobody messes with us and lives. Blood in the streets. That's what I'll give them. If you see Johnny Sakara and he wants to retaliate for what we did to his warehouse, you run him down. I want him dead.
Just talk to Ronnie. Where's Diane?
Petitioning a judge.
Must be a unique experience for her, you being innocent for once. Look, Santos Lopez thinks Johnny murdered his brother. We both know that's on Sonny. This thing between them is getting pretty ugly. Who knows when it's gonna stop and who's gonna die?
Michael in here. Do you know that? He took him off the road crew as a way to mess with me?
I'll make sure that doesn't happen.
Well, I thought you were supposed to be watching out for Michael.
I'm doing the best I can, but I could use a little help here. Do something to stop this war before it starts.
Sonny doesn't need to have this war. It's not worth the fallout. Look, he is willing to negotiate with Johnny.
Do you really think that's gonna happen?
You're free to go. The judge found Diane's argument more compelling than mine. Just so we're clear, I'm the one who got you out of Pentonville, and this is where this accord ends. So if you and Sonny break the law, you'll deal with the consequences.
Where are you?
Good news, bad news.
Well, just tell me.
Okay, well, the good news is I got a bunch of incriminating evidence against Lopez.
Okay, where are you?
Well, that's the bad news. I'm trapped in the back of